All right, everybody, it's time to get to work. It is Monday, July 13th, 2020. Right now, stocks are pointing towards gains across the board. And I know for a fact that you are not surprised about that because I explained this to you yesterday on Sunday, that stocks would be moving higher here. It's just too easy. It's too simple. We know the game. We know the game better than anybody else. And as I have been saying forever now, we will not lose. I will not allow it on my watch. All right, so again, stock futures higher across the board. Cryptocurrencies are catching a bid. Silver's up nicely. Gold is up. Um, the 10-year yield is creeping higher, 0.65. The dollar index is slightly lower. That's bullish as well, as you know. The one missing right now is crude oil. Crude oil is down, at least pre-market. Trading doesn't start for about 40 minutes. If they manage to push crude higher today, the way things are setting up, could be a big rally today. It may play out until tomorrow. That's the way it is. Again, nothing matters to this market right now when you have an environment like this. The promise of easy money is the most powerful factor in this market. I mean, there's nothing else. Like I said, I've been explaining for how long now. You could split the earth in quarters, and the stock market would continue higher as long as easy money continues to get poured into it. As long as you have the Wall Street investment banks with unlimited capital directly from the Fed buying the market. This is why I can't believe, honestly, and I go around here and I look at YouTube channels and what they're talking about, and I know there are still a few out here that will not stop the crash narrative, calling for it on a specific day, a specific time. I mean, it's a joke. They're a joke. You can't make this stuff up. It's part of the nonsense that's being fist-fed to you, but I don't know. I guess that's just the way it is in this twisted market. Anyway, biotech stocks seem to be getting a really nice bid here, as they're getting fast-tracked by the FDA with regard to vaccines. I don't understand why they're doing this right now. I really don't. When you consider the fact, look it up for yourself, that 0.04, it's a fraction of the population here in the United States has actually perished from this disease, this coronavirus. You got to really sit back and say what's really happening. Obviously, we know what it is. It's a control mechanism. It's to take over on a global scale. This Federal Reserve PSYOP, this was not released by China. That's a fact. This is a Federal Reserve black ops event that shut down the world so they could get in here and buy it all. And that's what they're doing. A plan over a century in the planning. So believe me, when you hear a politician or someone else trying to convince you that this is a Chinese virus or came out of China, they're trying to tell you, look here, don't look here. All right? They're all puppets of the Federal Reserve, who is running the entire world. This has been their plan for over a century. They're there now. The market is part of the charade. It's part of the wealth transfer effect that's going on here. The two-tier society that's developing right before our eyes. It will not stop until it does. And until that time, you and I are going to cover every single base we can. You know that. We got it covered. We cannot be beaten. You and I, the way I have explained to all of you how to set this up. If you're not a trader, that's fine. You know what to do. You're holding hard assets. You're betting against the debt. You're betting against this bubble, this global bubble in debt. There's going to be a moment here when the debt market explodes, or should I say implodes, rates are going to spike uncontrollably. That's going to put massive pressure on the stock market. And that cash that's going to leave the debt market, it's going to leave the stock market. It's not going to money heaven. I can promise you that. It's going to go into other assets. It's going to go into commodities big time. It's also going to go into cryptocurrencies, in my view. It could not be simpler. Now, if you're a trader in this market, me and my lions, let me put a perspective on this for you. I don't even know how to actually word it. We're shredding this market to death, beyond belief. And again, my free newsletter, link in the description of this video. Dozens and dozens of stock positions I've put up there. Not one realized loss. Not one loss. That is profound. So if you do not subscribe to my newsletter, again, I'm going to urge you to do it. You'll get a lot of inside information. I could promise you that too. And don't take Greg's word for anything. Never. No. Ask those that are subscribers to my newsletter. Again, it's free. 100%. So again, I think the information I put out is critical. That's why I don't charge for it. I don't charge Joe Salente to be a Trends Journal subscriber. I do all that. A Trends Journal contributor. I do that for free as well. And we're not going to lose. I will never let you down. Never. All right. This guy right here loves you a lot. Let's keep an eye on these things. Watch crude oil today. Again, all the pawns are in place for this market to rally, except for crude. If crude gets hit during the day, that's going to hit the energy sector. It might even hit financials. That's not great for the market. But if they manage to prop up crude oil with everything the way it is right now, stocks are going higher, probably through today until tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll address it when we get there. All right? Love you a lot. Please share the video. I will see you later.